Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Serene Sanctuary podcast with your host, Chantelay. I'm so happy to be talking to you guys again. It's been a minute, and honestly, I have no excuse, and I'm not even going to try to make up an excuse. It's just lack of discipline, if we're being honest, and that's on me. We are currently working on that, and I know I made that episode called the Doom Scroll Detox, and I'm still currently working on that detox, which is why there has not been an updated um episode regarding that. But it's okay. We're here now, and I'm so happy to be here talking to you guys, whether you're listening on YouTube or Spotify, iHeartRadio, or Amazon. I'm pretty sure I have you guys on Amazon as well. But oh yeah, in Apple Podcast. Yeah, hey guys. Wherever you're listening, just thank you for tuning in. Today is March 3rd. Wait, what? No, today is March 9th. It's about like 6:17 p.m. when I'm recording this, and I honestly should have probably eaten before I started recording, but it's okay. I just really wanted to talk to you guys. So today we're going to be talking about my journey with my hair. Now, if you guys don't know, because currently I don't have it where I'm doing videos for the podcast, so you can't physically see me, but I am a black woman. I'm 23. I almost said 24. I'm 23 and I have curly hair. It's like a mixture of 4C and 4B. Um, and I just like recently started learning about my hair not that long ago, like in December. And it's been a journey with my hair, and the journey will and shall continue now that I'm learning to embrace it and take care of it in its natural state. But I just wanted to tell my story and just share it with anyone else who may be going through a battle with their hair or learning how to love their hair in its natural state, because you are not alone. And yeah, so I just wanted to share mine in case anyone can relate, and I just want you guys to make sure that you are not alone. So let's get down to the nitty gritty about my hair. So, from like the age of, hmm, you know what? I want to say when I got to about maybe middle school or maybe fourth or fifth grade, maybe me and my twin sister, there comes a point where don't want to wear ponytails or like the beads in your hair and the barrettes and everything. You start growing up a little bit. And before that, my mom did like she would put beads in our hair, barrettes, and everything. But then when we got to the age where we didn't want that, she just automatically put texturizers or kitty perms on our hair. And our hair is very thick. Me and my sister's hair is very thick, very like tight curls and whatnot. And so when she did that, that was all we knew from about the age, like from fourth grade until like high school. And so, perms every X amount of months. And when I tell you, like, when the new growth, like with the texturizer or perm that we used, I'm just gonna call it a perm. With the perm that we used, like, once it was time for us to have a new one, like our new growth would start coming in. Like, a new growth, for those that don't like know that term, is just, new hair. Like when your hair is growing. And so when new growth would come in, we like our hair would be itching, and that's how we knew it was time for a perm. And I think it might have been itching because one is a completely different hair texture coming in, because when we permed it straight versus my hair is naturally curly. So whenever my hair was super itchy, I was like, uh-oh, like it's time for a perm. And that is like literally that is all we knew. Like just slap on a perm. And then we'd be like, oh, my hair is so straight. Like, yay, it's quote unquote easy to manage, which that is going to be a consistent phrase that I say because that is all that I knew for so long. So perm, perm, perm. And we were never really taking care of our natural hair, like our curls and whatnot, because that's the perm and the straight hair is all we knew. So I want to say around the age of, let's see, I think it was fourth and fifth grade, like I said, we moved over to the West Coast. We lived over there for a little bit. We lived in Oregon first, and then we moved over to Washington State for about sixth and like half of seventh grade. And sixth and seventh grade are really like we were in middle school, and that's really, you're a young adult, you're a teenager, and you start comparing yourself to others, And you're just that's like the age where you're really like, who am I? To figure out who you are. You're comparing yourself to everyone around you. What are your likes and your dislikes? Now, over there in Washington, there at my school, there were not a lot of kids that looked like me and my sister. We It's primarily white, and I think I remember one black girl, but her hair was also permed. And so it was kind of hard to like find that peace and love about myself while living over there, because all I had around me was white people. And we did have some Latinos, but their hair wasn't as tight and curly as my natural hair is. Like I didn't see examples. I didn't see people that looked like me, you know? So over there, I remember one time I was in the gym and me and my friend were packing up to go, and she was white, and she like stopped and was like looking at herself, and she's very pretty. She's like just messing with her hair and just looking at herself before we left. And I remember like I was behind her and I was like looking at myself, and I just didn't feel that self-love and confidence that she had. I was like, dang, like my hair is straight, but it don't move like that. Like in my hair, guys, like it just didn't move like that, and like I don't think we were getting like the trims as we should have. You're supposed to get your hair trimmed like every 3 months or so, like 8 to 12 weeks, and we were not doing that. And because we were perming it so often, it just stayed thin. It didn't even really grow in length, in my opinion. If it did, then it was just being broken off by the perm. But yeah, that was a significant time, like event that I vividly remember to this day. So we moved back to where I am now in Missouri, and we're still perming the hair, texturizing it. I was in high school, and I no, them pictures, absolutely not. But by this time, we kind of gotten into protective styles a little bit. I remember the first time I got box braids. The girl who did them was not very good. And that was when we just moved back, so we were starting seventh grade here, and we had the box braids, and like I said, very good, but first time with a protective style. And then after that, we found a hairstylist, and we started getting like the crochet styles and everything, which I can't, we really have a tendency to beat our old selves up when we really shouldn't, because in that moment we just didn't, we thought like we looked so good and we just didn't know any better or whatnot. I remember I used to get crochet goddess locks. If you know, then you know. If you don't, you can just like Google it. But I used to get crochet goddess locks, and I thought I was the stuff. Like when I got those, I was like, oh, I got inches. I would get them with the ombre where it's like brown at the root and then like fade into a light brown. I was like, oh, I'm cute. Now that I look back on it, it was a lot of hair on my head, and it took a while to take down, as with any protective style. But there was a lot of hair on my head because they braid your natural hair and then they just crochet it through. So I got those, and then I remember there was a phase where I just kept getting feed in braids, like the cornrows is another word for them. And I would get like different colors. Like I was experimenting, y'all. Like I would get blue, pink, purple. I don't think I ever got gray though. I think I drew the line at gray. I was like, no, can't pull that off. And I don't think I ever got yellow. But I would just like experiment, and just have fun with it. I was like, I would look back at Snapchat videos now and pictures. I'm like, oh my goodness, like I was really feeling myself. I would put the charms in it that were trending around that time. Like I was really in it, but I was still perming my hair. And I don't think that the hairstyles I had at that time ever like questioned it. Well, like probably because like maybe she thought it wasn't her place, but like I never had any encouragement to be like, oh, like go natural, like embrace your curls and whatnot. So I want to say my sister went natural first. She was like, I don't want to perm my hair anymore. And my mom was like, well, I don't know how you're gonna like manage it or tame it or whatnot. And my sister was just like, I don't care, like I don't want the perm anymore. And me, I'm gonna be honest. At first, I thought she was crazy too. I was like, heck is wrong with you? Like, but now I look back on pictures in high school, I'm like, that hair was fried and dead. Angela, you should have just no. And like like my hair didn't look like the other black girls that had permed hair. Because by the time at my high school, we had more black people than I did than my school out in Washington. But some of them still would wear like weaves, or like they had their natural hair, or they would have their hair permed, and mine did not. and I would ask them for advice and they would give it to me, but like I just didn't know how to apply it. And so, yeah, my sister went natural first, and then I remember thinking like, "Girl, you're crazy. Like, how are you gonna maintain your hair?" Like, bro. And then I want to say it was after I graduated high school, or maybe a couple months before, and I had box braids for the last time, and I was like, "Screw it. Like, I don't want any more perm either. Like, I'm done with it." My mom was like, "You know what? Like, okay, like y'all's head, y'all 18, whatever." And so at that point, yeah, I just found a new hairstylist, and I still go to her to this day. Um, and I just kept getting protective styles back to back to back. And I remember when I first went to her, she was like, "Yeah, like you have a lot of dead hair. Like, do you want to do a big chop?" Like, I really started doing my research. I was like, "Do I want to be do a big chop, like cut it all off, or do I want to like gradually, just go in for trims and like they cut it all off and like cut it off until it's just my natural hair." I ended up taking that route because I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna feel if I just cut all this off right now. So we just did it gradually and over time. Shout out to my stylist, Coco. I love her so much. She's amazing. And she got me right. We took our time. I had my girl Quell. Um, I mean, I can call her Quell, Markel. Um, keep doing it and trimming me up every 3 months or so. And she's giving me advice. Like I really had a good support system. Like no shade to my old stylist, but it's just time for me to move on. And my sister stayed with her. I think she's still with her. But yeah, so we went from perming it, like basically my whole childhood, to now protective styles. When I tell you what, my protective styles were back to back to back, and I loved switching it up. I went from lead ins to knotless braids because stylists don't really do box braids anymore because knotless braids just look better in my opinion. We went from lead ins to knotless braids to Fulani braids, boho braids, everything in between. Even had a braided ponytail at one point, y'all. Don't play with me, okay? And it's all great. Like protective styles are good for your hair, but you still need to be taking care of your natural hair. And so once it got to the point where all of my permed hair was cut off, like yeah, that's good, that's great, and I was still getting protective styles, but I don't think I was going for the first couple months, I wasn't going in for trims regularly like I should have been. And so Coco was like, "You need to get your hair trimmed, girl," because she doesn't like she really prefers not to do people's hair if they have dead ends. Which I understand, like, I'm not a hairstylist, but, I can understand that, like, you just want your client's hair to be healthy. So then that's when I started going to Markwell. And so, Markel, girl, if you're listening to this, girl, I'm so sorry. I keep messing up your name. And so we did that, and once again, I did not have breaks in between, like, protective styles, like, I would take it down, then the next day, I'd go get my hair done, take it down, get my hair like, and I would have my knotless braids in for, like, 2 months. I think at one time, I probably stretched it out to, like, 3, and was I washing my hair when my braids were in? No, I was not. That is a red flag number X amount. Yeah, girl, it's a red flag. And so, yeah, so my hair was growing, but also it was like breaking because I'm not like it wasn't living to its full potential because I was scared to embrace my natural hair because my whole life I just viewed it as hard and difficult. And like another thing, my family, like a lot of people in my family, they don't wear their natural hair out, like their natural curls. And I think because that's just been passed down through the generations where straight hair or thrown on a wig or a quick weave is just deemed easier. Like it's easier to do that than to just take care of your curls because 4C or curls in general are just too hard to manage. It's too nappy. It's unmanageable, which is a lie. I am here to tell you, as a black woman with 4C and 4B hair, curls are not hard. Do they take a little bit of extra work? Yes, but people always glorify like the 3C and like the three range hair, which those are gorgeous too, but like there's no like having four like type 4 hair is not bad at all. And like I really hate the stigma that's like in the black community that around type 4 hair because it's like just because it's not like type 3 hair doesn't mean that it's the end of the world or that it's just completely unmanageable, okay? That is a lie, okay? And I just didn't have examples around me of people with wearing out their natural hair. My mom doesn't wear her natural hair. She perms it. My aunt doesn't. She also perms it. And like everyone else just wears like wigs and everything, which is perfectly fine. You do what you want to do. But I'm just saying, for me as a child, it was really hard. That's why it took me so long to want to wear my curls out because where's the example? Like no one else had it. And where I live in like predominantly white areas. So even the black girls that I did see, like, um, they had their curls sometimes, or they had perms and whatnot. And I just generally think it's just like an environmental thing and a family thing. I don't know. There's a lot of factors that go into that. So, December of, let's see, where was I at? Excuse me, December of 2025. I'm about to say 2027. December 27th of 2025 comes around. And I had my knotless braids in my head probably for a month at this point because I started learning, don't keep them in too long. My hair grows really fast. So when it gets to a point where I can't even see the parting in my braids, baby, you gotta let it go. Okay, the roots was hanging, the braids was hanging, let it go. Okay. So it's about a month or like 5 weeks, 6 weeks in. And I had just been on TikTok and just the internet in general looking at videos of type 4C hair because I also had been asking my stylist, like I primarily go to Coco, but if she's booked, then like I do have some other girls that I go to. And I remember asking all of them, I was like, type like what kind of hair do I have? Like, what is my hair type? And they were all like 4C, 4B. So I had that in my mind, which is good. I'm really happy that I asked my questions because that aided in my research and me trying to figure out what the heck should I buy. Because that was a big problem for me. And I'm kind of an overthinker. So I was like, what if I get the wrong product? Because y'all, hair products are expensive. Okay. So expensive for no reason. So I was like, you know what? Trial and error. There's beauty in the chaos and the journey. We're gonna figure it out. So I did my research and yeah. So December 27th comes around. I'm sitting on my floor about to take out my braids and I'm like, F it. We are about to take it down this hair. I had went to the beauty supply store the day before and I got what did I end up getting? I got the As I Am coconut leave-in conditioner, which I meant to grab the classic, but I was rushing and I didn't read. So I got the coconut, but it all works out. Grab the coconut As I Am leave-in conditioner, and then I ended up going with the guava slip line from Camille Rose. I got the shampoo and conditioner, and then I got their curling cream. It smells so good. And what else do I have? I think that's it. I did end up getting some extreme wet gel, like the gel, but I don't really think it helps or works. Granted, I only used it once. So it's just chilling, full container in the back of underneath my cabinet. I might be able to use it once I start doing slick backs, which I haven't even thought about. I thought about it, but I haven't even tried to do it yet. So it might still be useful. But yeah, and then I have the Edge Booster Blueberry Edge Control, which is my holy grail. I've been using that ever since 2021 when I started going to Coco. Shout out to Coco again. And then I want to say I have something else that I used. Oh yeah, I bought the for deep conditioning because deep conditioning is very important. I do it every week, even when I don't feel like it. I bought the TGIN honey hair mask. I want to go and get the repair and restore hair mask that they have, but yeah, I got the honey hair mask and I use that every week. So I had a good collection going on. So I sat on my floor and I turned on my TV and I started taking out my braids. And then my mom comes in and she was like, "Oh, like taking down your braids?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "You got a hair appointment tomorrow?" I said, "No." And she's like, "So what are you gonna do with it?" I said, "I'm going to learn about my curls and I'm going to wear them out." And she's like, "Okay, okay." And honestly, God is really interesting because at the moment I did not have I didn't have the finances available at that moment to even book a like to go get my hair done. But I didn't want to leave my braids in because it was like they were in there for like too long. Like the new growth was crazy and I couldn't even see my parts. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. Like it's about to be the new year too. Like, let's go. So I did it and I washed my hair and I felt my curls. Like I love feeling my curls, y'all. And then I got out the shower and I think I let it air dry. I did what I could. I was really, really nervous, but I think I let it air dry. But I definitely was being just a little bit too impatient as I can be. And I like took my pick because I have my hair pick and I like started messing with the roots way too early, which I shouldn't have done because if you mess with your roots before your hair is like not like if you mess with the roots before your hair is at least 90% dry, then your hair is frizzy and your roots are frizzy, which was very true. But it still looked cute. I posted the picture on my Instagram story and everyone was like, "Oh my goodness." Like I don't know. It just felt really good, but I definitely learned my lesson not to mess with the roots. And like I just got too excited. And yeah. So I was like, next wash day will be better. But yeah, and I was like, oh my god. It's like, oh my goodness. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. Just really proud of myself for taking that step because it just was needed. It was time. I'm 23, and I was like, I could keep doing protective styles back to back to back, but I don't want my hair to start thinning out and X, Y, and Z. And like, I'm like, I need to embrace what I was given. You know, my hair is my crown. It tells story, like it tells stories. It's beautiful. My hair is like different shades of brown. Sometimes it can get a little few hints of copper in the summer once the sun starts hitting on it and everything. It's just beautiful. And I'm just like, I've always been like, I love curly hair. And it's like, okay, you say you love curly hair, but you don't even want to embrace or love yours. Like, what is that? And I really couldn't be too hard on myself because, like I said earlier, I didn't have those examples around me of like what it looks like to love your hair in its natural state. Okay. All I saw was slap a perm on that thing. Okay. So I can't be too mad at myself. But it was just like, girl, you a little hypocritical. Like, you love curls, which I like. I do. Okay, I love curls on anybody, but it's like you need to take care of yours and fall in love with yours while you're over there fall in love with everyone else's. And so I was like, you know what? You're right. You're right. So yeah. So I think this is the third at the end of this month, like March 27th, will be 3 months of me with my curls. I need a trim. I think I was supposed to get one in January or December, and I did not. So I need to get a trim, and I need to book that. And my rule for myself is that, like, so I'm supposed to get trims every 3 months, and when I go get trims, Markel usually I have her wash it and then deep condition it, and then she blow dries it out. Um, yeah, she blow dries it out, and then she trims me. And so I'm like, if it's already blow dried out, I might as well get it done because like to me in my head I'm like that one makes like it just was doesn't make sense for me to like already have it blow dried out and then just go back home and like wash it all over again, you know? Because I don't know um how to style it yet when it's in the blow dried state. Maybe I could just throw it in a ponytail, but I'm not quite sure how my hair looks yet blow dried. Like if it's a good length to even try to style it and put it in a ponytail. So I'm like, you know what? I might as well get my hair done since it's already blow dried out. So that's my rule for myself. And also another rule that I have set for myself in my hair is that um if I have like when I get knotless braids or box braids, like typically the recommended time to have those in is like 6 to 8 weeks. When it gets to like week 4, baby, you wash it. And I saw this trick on TikTok where they took like I want to say a shower cap, like a stocking cap. Like when you go into the store and you're trying on shoes and they have like those light brown things that you can put over your feet in case you don't have socks. Like put that over your head and like it helps with frizziness and everything. And then you wash your hair that way. So I'm gonna try that. But yeah, I need to wash it um while it's in the braids, if it's gonna be past 4 weeks because like not taking a shower for 8 weeks, that's just funky and that's not cute. So and my scalp, would appreciate it if I washed it, even though it's up in a protector style. But like, yeah, and it'll probably save me some breakage too. Now that I think about it. But a few things that I have learned since like being natural for like 2 months, almost three, is that patience is key. I want to get a diffuser because I just have a normal blow dryer, and if I'm in a rush, like then I usually just take the blow dryer and I just tilt my head to the side or whatever direction, and try to hit the roots a little bit. But diffusing, I need to get one because it would help. Let's see, I said patience, diffusing, time management. My Like I said, my hair is very thick, okay? If I just let that thing air dry, it's gonna take about 4 to 6 hours. Maybe that also has to deal with the fact that I think I put too much product, like the curling cream. I think I'll be slapping that thing on, and I really need to be a little bit more light-handed because I'm like, dang, my curls really don't need that much curling cream. Like I did a light layer this past wash day, which I wash my hair on Friday or Saturday, depending on like what's going on. And I did a light layer of curling cream, and I'm like, wow, you really did not need to be heavy-handed the way you was heavy-handed, because I'm pretty sure the reason why my hair like my hair drying time was longer than expected was because I put on such a thick layer of curling cream when it's like Chantilly. It's drinking it up. It's perfectly fine. Stop. So, or my hair would dry, but there'd still be white because that's the curling cream. My curling cream is white, and I'd be like, I promise y'all, I'm not graying. It's just curling cream. Yeah, so don't be too heavy-handed. Also, I did research on whether I should do the LCO or the LOC method, which are methods of layering your products based on your hair porosity. So, my porosity, I have high porosity hair, which is common. That's like the most common porosity for hair that's been previously relaxed or have had any chemicals on it. I can't remember specifically all the details about high porosity, but basically, my hair gets wet like easily, but it also has a hard time retaining moisture. Like it loses moisture fast. So my hair will get wet like it doesn't take a lot for it to get wet and absorb it, but it loses it just as fast. So I was doing my research and I do the LOC method, which is the leave-in or yeah, the leave-in and then oil and then cream method. So I spray, like I separate my hair. We'll get into the nitty-gritty real quick. Separate my hair to like 4 sections or so. I usually try to do the back first because yeah. And so I spray it with water, and then I take my leave-in conditioner and throughout that whole section, and then I take my white tooth comb. Get you one of those, ladies, boys and girls, everyone. They, thems, everyone. Get you get you a wide tooth comb, and then I comb that through like to detangle as well. And then I go in with my oil. I don't have a specific oil. I've used like wild growth oil the past couple times, and it's worked pretty well. I like take it to the root, and then I like just distribute it throughout the section and also put it on my ends and massage it in. And then I go in with my curling cream. And I feel like the curling cream just like locks in the oil. And so versus the LCO method is recommended for low porosity hair, which if I'm not mistaken, low porosity it takes a little bit longer to absorb um water and moisture and everything. And yeah, so there's that. Let's see, I have high porosity. What else did I want to touch on? Oh no, but it's been a good journey. Like it's so fun seeing my curls, and they have like my most recent wash day was like I said this past Saturday, and I don't know, my hair is growing, and it's just at an awkward length because the way my hair can dry, where it's like I have bangs. Like if you guys know who Aaliyah Simone, the YouTuber is, she like her current haircut, she has bangs. So I don't know if they're called curtain bangs. They go over her forehead, which my hair, like my bangs can dry like that, but my bottom, like my top part of my hair is shorter, like to me significantly shorter than the bottom half of my hair, especially in the front. Like you can really tell. And I guess I could try like stretching it out, doing a stretching method, which I think I tried once, but it just wasn't working out. So I usually just end up tossing my bangs back and just kind of shaping my hair into a fro until, later on, yeah, doing the best that I can because I'm like, the bangs aren't drying. Like when they dry up, they're really, really short and it just doesn't, it's not the cutest in my opinion. So I just throw it, like push it back and just try to shape my hair into a fro the best that I can. That's like one of the big things, like when I wake up, like my refresh routine is just spraying my whole head with like water and then just like taking my hands and like shaking it and then I shake my head and then trying to shape it with my pick and my fingers and everything, trying to get a round shape or anything. Like a shape that looks good on me. And it works some days. Like Valentine's Day, I was looking really cute. Okay. I like the way my fro was shaping itself. Other days I'm like, bro, but I also bought some let's say bandanas, headbands, like the stretchy cloth type. So I'll lay my edges and I'll put like the headband on and kind of push the headband back a little bit so that the edges are poking through. But girl, when I tell you, when I get home and I take that headband off, it'd be like yeet, because it's kind of pushed on my roots. So I'll be like, ooh, hello. So I just used a pick and try to, resurface the parts that were laid down. But it's fun, honestly, and I love um, like, stretching it out. Well, I'll wait, like, till it gets closer to wash day, but I really try not to mess with my curls, even though it's super hard, but I love stretching it out to see how long my hair actually is. Because 'cause I'm like, "Yay!" Because if you didn't know, shrinkage is a good sign in curly hair, okay? Sorry, y'all, water break. But shrinkage is a good sign. It means that your hair is healthy, and it's such a flex when, like, you stretch that curl out and you're like, "Yeah, I actually have inches. I have hang time. Thank you." Because I feel like there's this conceived notion, or there's just this myth in people's minds. Primarily, I've noticed in like white people's minds where they think, I don't know if it's because our hair, like curly hair, primarily grows towards the sun. Like it grows outwards. I mean, it does grow down, but like it grows towards the sun instead of like white people's hair, like primarily like I keep saying white people's hair. Well, I know white people can have like wavy and curly hair. So but I mean, like straight hair just, goes straight down, and our like curly hair goes towards the sun. And I feel like a lot of people have the preconceived notion or just myth in their head that like curly hair or black people's hair doesn't grow past their collarbone or their neck. And it's like, no, no. And I'm like, okay, is that because like our hair grows towards the sun, or is it because you just really don't think that like our hair could grow long? Like that, I just want to like when people are like, oh my goodness, like your hair, like that's your real hair. Like, don't even get me started, y'all. See, I'm going off on tangents. That's why y'all are here, though. You understand me. Like, I'm like, that's your real hair. Like, if you get a silk press, and God forbid, a curly haired girl has a 52-inch natural bust down, And they be like, is that your real hair? Like, first of all, Susie, do I ask you about your hair when you come in with a bob on Tuesday, but on Wednesday you got like 48 inches down your back? No, because I know they're probably extensions. That's not my business. But yes, let me just debunk anything. Black people's hair does grow beyond their shoulders or their neck or even their ears. Yes, it grows long. Thank you. Just gonna put that out there. But I think that's about it. But right now in this point of like my hair journey, I'm just learning to love it eventually. I mean, no, I do love it. It took me a little bit to learn to love it, but I do love it. I Some days when it's a wash day, I'm like, I really don't feel like it. But then I have so much fun when I see the curls dry up and they look all cute and styled and everything. Um, Currently I haven't tried any twist out, like low manipulation styles or anything of the such. I literally just let my curls dry and I wear it as a fro. And I love it. I want to try like a pineapple, like a ponytail, but I don't know if my hair is long enough for that yet. And also, I know, like, I've seen some TikTok videos where people like just go ahead and blow dry their hair, and then they put up into the ponytail or they style it. I haven't done that yet. I think I might have a little fear of, like, heat damage. I mean, I have a heat protectant, but because of, like, the trauma that my hair has gone through, I'm like, "I don't put any heat on it." Like, even when I blow dry it, like, I spray that heat protectant galore, okay? Like, I'm, like, heat protecting and then I'm, like, blowing drying it, but I haven't blow dried it straight yet, like, blow dried it out, if you know what I mean. Um, so that's next up. I think it's gonna be a little bit till I get to that point. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know the timeline of things, y'all. I'm just with the flow. But that's where I am with my curly hair journey. I hope that this episode has, if it has touched anyone or inspired anyone to just embrace their fro or their curly hair in general, I would love that. Like, I just want to help you guys embrace who you really are and, like, be in tune and just appreciate with what you were born and what you were given, and just let you know curly hair is not hard. Just because your hair is deemed, first of all, nappy is not a bad term, okay? In my opinion, like, nappy is beautiful. So if someone tries to tell you your hair is too hard, or curly hair is not beautiful, or it's just too difficult, or like, just throw a perm on it and call it a day. Do not listen to them. Now, if you want to wear a perm and a weave, you rock it, okay? You gonna look good regardless. But I'm just saying, if you decide to take that step to embrace your natural born gift and that your hair that grows towards the sun and that should be admired and that holds stories and their roots and everything, take that step. I promise you, you will not regret it. It's all a learning process. You might not get it or even use the right products at first, but it's all trial and error, and I promise you, in the long run you are going to love it and just fall more in love with yourself because your hair is a part of you. And yeah, I just want to share that with you guys and get that off my heart and out into, the Serene Sanctuary. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down below in the comment section. I would love to answer them. And I can't wait for when I get like the video podcasting up and going and established, like the first episode. Like, y'all have to remind me to be like talk about the hair, like you guys. Well, I don't know if I'll have my hair in a protective style when the first episode comes out, like the first visual episode comes out. But whenever you guys are able to physically see me, then you'll be able to see the hair and the crown that I love. But yeah, with that being said, like I said, you guys can ask me any questions you want. Make sure that you rate the podcast on any platform that you're watching. Like I said, whether it's Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, or Apple. Yeah, just let me know how you guys like this episode. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Serene Sanctuary. If you would like to, I also have a YouTube channel as well. So it's literally just my name, just Chantelay, without the apostrophe, I think. No, there is an apostrophe. You know what? It's in the description. So, and there's also a YouTube channel for the Serene Sanctuary. If you guys just want to listen to it on there as well. But like I said, thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode. I love and appreciate you guys, and I hope that you are having a good March. Go outside and feel the sun on your face, and I don't know, just be safe out here in this world, guys. It's crazy, but we just have to look for the little glimpses of life in this light. Like, look for the little glimpses of light in this life. There's me trying to be inspirational. But yeah, I'm gonna go and eat, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye, guys.